Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got something special for you here today. We got this 2006 Duramax. As you can see, she doesn't look pretty stock. So we're going to go down through a couple things here, the items that we've done to the truck, and get your take on it. Plus we have a surprise at the end. So I'm going to step off to the side and I'm just going to start talking to you for a little bit and let you know what we've done to it. And then we'll get into showing you the individual components of the truck, get you a closer bird's eye view of it, because this girl is for sale. So here we go. As you can see, we've got some nice red stuff on top of the engine, and that red stuff, yeah, we rebuilt it. We had a company do it anyway. Miller Diesel. They put this one together for us, and she's a powerhouse. She's pushing roughly 750 horse, and she's tuned down a little bit. Giving her good braking. If somebody wants to tune her up, they can tune her up. We're approximating foot-pounds of torque right around 1,600 foot-pounds. So this thing is a workhorse, and it's extremely smooth. This thing's meant to work, not just to go out there and show your buddy in a Z06 that his car is a piece of shit. This thing will run with the best of them. A lot of care has been taken on this rebuild. Everything has been thought through. It's not just a stock block with some bolt-ons on it. It's got new pistons. It's got work done to the heads. It's got the downpipe, the turbos. Everything on this thing has been considered. The injectors aren't stock. I think we're flowing 180% on the injectors. I might be wrong on that. We do have the breakdown invoice from Miller's. So anybody seriously interested, we have all the specs on the engine, all of the specs on the turbos. I'm not going to go into that because we have a lot to cover on this truck, all right? So bear with me a little bit more. On the steering, we've gone through and done the entire kryptonite steering system in this thing, tightened it up like no other truck. It does not drive like a Chevy anymore. We've also got a red head steering gear in here. The lift on this thing is all BDS, top of the line stuff on it. It's the output of it. This is wheel horsepower, not flywheel. So don't get that confused, all right? We're pushing about 750 wheel horsepower, roughly around 1,600 foot-pounds of torque. She's tuned down a little bit because she is brand new. So once the break-in period gets done, it'll go up there if we decide to. She's a pulling beast. Your buddy bragging with his Mustang or his Subaru, go show him what some real power is going to do, because this thing will just absolutely annihilate most of anything out on the road there. We're going to get into some more stuff too. The BDS lift that's on this truck is not just your standard BDS. It's a full coilover kit. It rides better than any Chevy out there. It's incredible of what the lift alone did for the rideability of this thing. Combine that with the full kryptonite steering that we did on it, it's literally bulletproof steering. There is no play in it at all. And it's got a red head steering gear with the optional output and input for if you're wanting to do a hydraulic steering add. So we're going to get into some more stuff on this girl. So hold on. Is the brakes. Everybody who's driven a Duramax, especially these model years, knows that these brakes are not the greatest out there. So from brakeperformance.com, we got cross-drilled and slotted, whole kit all the way around. They made a huge difference, but that wasn't enough. We still had a problem, especially when we were towing, of being able to control what we were towing. So an LML Hydro Boost got installed, makes a huge difference, increases the volume through the hydraulic circuits, thus increasing the ability for this vehicle to stop not only on its own, but when you're pulling something big. On the engine side, we'll go into the inlet. We've got inlet tubes from Pusher and from Banks. We've also got a Banks intercooler, and you guys know with the compound turbos, your EGTs drop drastically, so you're protecting the rest of the powertrain. You're not worrying about overheating the engine like with a single turbo setup. So there's one more bonus that you guys get with the Banks and the Pusher. Now let's talk about the lift and the steering, because we got a lot of work done to this truck in that area. All right, so with the steering, of course, with the upgraded Hydro Boost, we also did a red-headed steering gear. Now we did the red-headed steering gear that has the optional input and output in case you ever want to add hydraulic steering assist to it. As far as the rest of the steering, the components that have always been lack, for a better word, great on a Chevy or a GMC, is the idler and the pitman and all of that crap. We went with kryptonite. It is bulletproof. We want to talk about a difference. It probably added 300 pounds to the truck just adding all that stuff. They are heavy duty. Steering in this thing is super, super tight now. With the lift kit, we've got BDS all the way around with coilovers. Made a huge difference in the ride. This thing rides like a Cadillac, not like a lifted 750 horsepower diesel. This thing rides really, really good. In fact, now we're going to go through and do a little bit of a walkabout and show you some of the stuff that we've got in here. You can see all of those nice fine goodies. Let's keep on walking around, give you a nice little check out of what she looks like. We've got some nice fuel wheels. You can see the rotors in there. Huge exhaust. Yes, she is made for pulling. And this truck is a work truck, so it's not cleaned up and showroom shiny, because we're not trying to luster out any of the BS that other people try and feed you. That is a gooseneck ball in there. Coming around again. That's the other thing we need to show you. She does have a fast system in here. And anybody who's ever been around a diesel knows that the fast systems are the best. There isn't another manufacturer of an aftermarket lift pump system that does it better than fast. Period. I don't care who you are. If the rest of them were as good, you'd see advertisements and crap all over YouTube about them, but you don't. You see it for fast. Inside the truck, she's really clean, especially for an 06. Here's a little bit of the inside. This is an 06. Remember, she's sitting right at 186,943 miles. We do have an aftermarket stereo from JVC. I like JVC products. They've never done me wrong. There's your edge. Yes, this truck has gone through a weight loss program. Don't need to elaborate on that any further. We've added a couple other things on here, like these tow mirrors, because this truck did not come with tow mirrors. We added these. The lights in them do work. Let's see if I can show you some of that. We do have the flashy, so everybody thinks she looks good. And then we've got the drive lights up here on the front. We've also added in all new headlights. Give her a modern touch, plus a lot better visibility while driving down the road. All in all, this truck has had almost every aspect of it touched. Everything has been done correctly, and it's been done by reputable people, not just some person down the road. Some of you guys know me, you know my abilities. Miller Diesel, they are awesome. Transmission, this thing has a bulletproof transmission. We're going to talk about that here in just a second, but it's the entire combination of the truck. The engine's been done, the brakes have been done, the transmission's been done. Give me a second and I'll be right back, and I'll go through some specifications on that there transmission. All right, as far as the transmission goes on this thing, transmission was fully rebuilt by Gears here in Salt Lake City. They went through everything on it, put all of the goodies in it. We do have invoices for everything on it, so curious people only. You really want to know what it's going to take to buy this, then we'll show you the receipts. Let's just say that the transmission is fully capable of handling every bit of ponies that this Duramax will push out to you. All right, here we're back again. We're looking at a couple of the outside goodies on this thing. So here's the passenger side, of course. You've got the WeatherTech floor mats, the tinted windows, the amp steps. If you know, you know. Amp steps are probably the leaders in the market of retracting steps. I have them on my personal vehicles. I've installed, I don't know how many dozens of sets of those on how many other different manufacturers there are, but they are awesome. They do require a little bit of maintenance, just like everything else, but you get your ground clearance when they're up, and then you still have a step for old fat guys like me when you want to get out. We've gone through the headlights. I wired those in. I wired the mirrors in, got everything mounted. Everything is top notch. So, you know, whatever questions, again, we're going to keep repeating this. You have a question, ask it, we'll answer it. We're going to go underneath the truck here in just a second, so bear with me. All right, so here we are back underneath the Duramax. We put new axles under here, all brand new OE. Give you guys a little bit of shot going around here. You can see the front coilovers here really well, and also the Kryptonite NBDS lift kit. That Kryptonite steering is so crazy over what stock is on it. Downpipe is wrapped. We've got the full through driver's side exhaust manifold. That's going to be really hard to get on here, but there you go. You can see it right there perfectly. It's not the restricted factory one. Plus we have everything else under here. There's the FAS. Cooler. Full exhaust all the way back. Fox shocks. Everything's been done correct. Alright, so I want to give you guys a little bit of idea on how quick this is. We're pushing out 750 horse to the tires, and it still has room for tune. In comparison, this truck will outrun this. Barely, but it still will. And you guys know how these Hellcat Durangos get. I mean, they're quick. But this huge truck here will just flat out put it for a run for its money and pull ahead. Anyway, we're going to put this online, and we know how much we have into it. If anybody is serious about buying it, they can inquire with me, and we will get you in touch with the owner. But remember, we have a lot of money into this truck, so it ain't gonna go for no $50,000. Again, we'll put down in the description how you can get a hold of me, and then we can also put that to the owner of the truck so that we can put you in contact with him. I want to thank you guys for checking this one out, and hope you have a good one. And here's another walk around of the truck. Windows are tinted. You notice the mirrors, all the lights are functional. These are reverse and turn. Then of course you have the front. Fuel wheels. Tires are in really good shape. They're almost brand new. There's your compounds. We got pusher and banks tubes. Headlights, aftermarket. I wired them up. They're all wired correctly. Another look at the BDS upper control arms. Back into the other side. Now remember, we were at 750 horse. That will beat this bad boy in a side-by-side.